Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work first. It was the farewell game for an Ole Miss great, Jackson Dart, and last season's Egg Bowl down 14-10 early. The old bullies just couldn't hang on to the ball, and turnovers killed them.
Yeah, Mississippi State had 3 turnovers, and when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're not going to win very many football games. The Egg Bowl is always fun. Jesse, we've called a bunch of these games. The hatred is real, the rivalry is real, so this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, oftentimes it's a game that's played before the weekend, like on a Thursday or Friday night, so it really sets the tone. This is the amuse-bouche, you might say, for rivalry weekend. State started fast in that game last year, David. 14 points in the first quarter. They just didn't score again. Ole Miss got the win. It wasn't enough to get them in the college football playoff, but I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
Catch in the middle, it's Traore. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line, it's Booth. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give out of the gun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Rebels offense has the ball for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, 1 on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, going up top. Holds it in on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the 2 sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the egg bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, it's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench. Fumbles in the end zone to lose it. Legs being hiked. Coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get this...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Mississippi State, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Finds the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
Shaping. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Might be changing the route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Haas. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the option, he'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitch man one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Harris. Caught behind the line. It's Simmons. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Mississippi State going up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle. It's Mosley. They'll immediately call timeout. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Flips it out to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Didn't get much much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Mosley. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And they'll try to tack on 2. To the air, it's Shapen. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Taylor has it. Got room to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Rebels are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Using his legs to buy some time. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's hot. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He unleashes a long one. Brings it down on the right side. Running free. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Scanning the field is Simmons. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
Run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He'll pull it on the read. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Under fire. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Turning it on. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10, 1st and goal from the 8. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
To throw, it's Shapen. Here comes the heat. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the 2-point try.
Mississippi State, 26, Ole Miss, 21.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on third. With the catch, it's Wallace. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Strong, firm tackle. Now on second down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here comes the offense on second down. The give is to Taylor. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air, it's Simmons. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
But that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these